if Bowley is taking the right from all supporters to take tickets before they've gone on sale with Chelsea Football Club to go on Vivid Seats to then generate money for Chelsea Football Club, is everyone naive and stupid to believe that Iqbali, Clearlake, and the whole consortium do not have to sign that off or are not aware of this?
At the bare minimum, they're aware of it. At the bare minimum, because Todd Bowley is on the board of directors, and he done that before Blueco walked into Chelsea, right? So if Clearlake don't have anything to do with that specifically, fair enough. But at the bare minimum, they're aware. They know. Everyone. This is public information. It's out there. You can go look it for yourself.
Yeah. So, but they are aware of it, Younes, is my point.
They're aware.
This is to do with Chelsea Football Club. So they got the 62% share. They're fully aware.
Of course.
This is all of them. As Younes said, and as always said, forget managers, forget players, forget directors. It's upstairs. They're the problem. All of them. And they play off each other. They love to play off each other. And they're going to try and create this whole civil war narrative. Nah, mate. Nah. And do you know what's worse? The Absolute Chelsea tweet put out that it was announced that Vivid Seats would sponsor with us, isn't it? With Chelsea. It's sponsored with us.
For pre-season, yeah. They were the official partner. Yeah.
Yeah. Who knew that? Who would even look into that anyway?
At the time, who would have?
Exactly.
As I said, the information was public. But for us, for example, we were only made aware of it last week. And then we done a stream on it. It's as simple as that. But the Premier League and everyone that should know about it definitely knew about it. And they all let it slide.
So
and
the Premier League's got a hand in this as well, Younes. You found that.
At the bare minimum, they've just allowed it. And they've just gone, yeah, no problem. The problem here as well, look, Todd Bowley, it's not like he's a non-executive. Someone can have a stake or share in something and they can be a non-executive. Like, I've got my investment there, but that's it. I'm not involved, right? It's not even that. He is the current chairman of Chelsea Football Club. He's the chairman.
He's chairman and owner. Chairman and owner. And director.
He has a role at the club, the highest role. He's the chairman. And he's also board of directors for Vivid Seats. Do you know what I mean? People are going to say this website, it's not Todd Bowley. It's people that put their tickets on that website. Yeah, I know. But he's meant to be against touting. He's encouraging it. As a chairman.
Is it? Yeah, he's complicit.
People will not get that.
Can I read this? Can I read this to you lot? This is very important. All right? I'm going to read you this. And I want to get it. I should have had it prepared, to be fair. But obviously, you know how we move. Here it is. Right. Chelsea's website stated last year, supporters found to be selling their ticket for more than face value will be subject to club investigation and sanctions, including the removal of season tickets, memberships, and access to the away match ticket scheme. That's via the Telegraph Football. And that's Chelsea's official website. So explain to us. You've taken over touting market now? So we've got Blueco touting?
So basically, the reason why they put out that statement was to just monopolize the market for themselves. So nobody else could do it, but we could do it. Again,
own the black market.
Another business move right there and then. Every little thing that they do is calculated. And people in the chat, how long ago was that article written, Johnny?
What, the one I just read out? Or
yeah,
the one it was last year. So
last year.
I think it was the start of the season.
Now look, my point is people. Look at how meticulous they plan things. This is no act. This is planned. And the thing is what these people do as well is they'll put out little things like this just so you're aware, like there's something, but quickly they'll take it off the media. And then it is only until people like, I'm not taking no credit for this, big up the two lads, obviously Johnny and Younes, when something blows up and everything goes to shit, that's when they all start scattering like little bugs. They start to panic at the moment. That's why now you're starting to see damage control. And people, it's another thing I'm going to say. Look out for your favorite Twitter accounts. Look out for your favorite social media accounts, because this particular topic affects you. Yeah, whether you go to games or not, it still affects you, because one day you might have the opportunity to go to a game. So therefore, you're being cheated out as well. So the reason why I say this is if you have a voice and you claim to be a Chelsea supporter and you have a voice and you're not speaking up against this, yeah, for me, I'm going to be very suspicious of you. I'm going to look at you as if you're controlled opposition. You know what I mean? Because it doesn't make no sense. This is not directly affecting the players, millionaires, and so on and so forth. It's affecting you guys, everyday working guys who bust your ass to work and get them tickets and go there as an escapism. They are turning this into something that we do not recognize. In fact, they have already. They are turning this club to not for the fans no more. Look at how they're treating the home fans, the life and blood of this club. They want them gone. They want them out. Any kind of loyalty, any kind of love for Chelsea to them is not profitable. It does not help. They are not here for sentiment. They are here for pure business. But what they never accounted for, what these American owners never accounted for, is to have fans like the way we have and to have voices the way we have. Because you thought because we were the little guy and we were the minority, we were going to stay quiet. You are wrong. We are here. We are going to fight against it until we do whatever it takes to get you out or to get you in line and to get Chelsea to where it needs to be. You cannot continue to fool us no more. We're not going to have it. We're not going to have it. And the more you try and cheat us, the more we are going to do so much to try and get all that information out there so the fans see you for what you really are. And hopefully, maybe we can force you out of the club. And if it's not us that's going to force you out of the club, hopefully something that you did wrong will get the Premier League, the FA, or someone to remove that club for you forcibly, like we saw they did to Roman unjustly. This is where we're at with you. I don't know who's watching it. Maybe they're not watching it. Maybe they are. I don't give a shit. Talk sport or whatever. Let them know. You lot might bend the knee because you're getting some of this. Yeah, but you cannot pay us. You cannot. You cannot. We will always be here. We will always be an issue for you. As long as you're running the club the way you are running this club, we will always be an issue for you. And I hope you understand that.
Facts.
Yeah.
No surrender, bruv.
None
whatsoever.
That was well said.
This is it.
It's pissing me off now, honestly. It's getting on my nerves.
Clear as day. It's clear as crystal, man. This is why, like, it's so far in now. They didn't come into the club yesterday. And I find it baffling where there's some people that can't see it. I'm like, oh, bloody hell, you're blind then. It's as simple as that. One thing I want to add about this whole ticketing thing was just, it sums it up, right? And everyone will know this because I'm sure everyone that goes to games would have seen it. But if someone wants to resell their ticket, Chelsea have an exchange, don't they? It's on there. Yeah. You can put your ticket up, stick it onto the exchange, and then it will go out to any member that hasn't got a ticket. They go onto the website, they'll find the tickets available, then they'll have first dibs. Chelsea have that infrastructure within the website. It's within
every
the club.
Club does. Every club
has.
Even Man United, when the season ticket sells their club ticket back to the club, even they are skimming the supporters now. They're selling it for 66 quid, no matter whether you're a child, junior, or adult, right?
Wow.
When the ticket costs £42, which is why the 1958 and Manchester United supporters are protesting against that. But I want everyone to understand, on Vivid Seats, you can buy tickets for Manchester United games, for Liverpool games. You can. They're all on there. They're here to monopolise the market. They found a niche in the market and they're there to monopolise, all right? And actually make you pay astronomical fees for it as well. While the game's dead at the moment. The atmosphere's dead, bruv.
And let me add to that, Johnny, on the overall scale, that including the other clubs too. There's something that you have been saying on the streams that is so critical. And it's the number of American owners in the Premier League. Now, you see, if they had that monopoly right now, I'm telling you, there's nothing not one of us could do anything about it.
No.
Because once they monopolize that Premier League and they own most of the clubs that are in that league,
done.
You already know.
They're 4 away right now. If 2 get promoted, Leeds and another club, that's 12. They're 2 clubs away. The government will probably help them do it. They're getting their little brown envelopes as well.
It becomes
where it gets serious is, all right, and where if you honestly believe Vivid Seats are going to sell tickets from other clubs for other clubs, that those other club owners are not going to get a piece of the pie. They're getting a piece of the pie, and they're going to be American owners. You name it, bruv. Glazers are there.
Johnny, it's a consortium within a consortium at that point.
But
you understand? Yeah.
Who is here? Who's been put in place in the Premier League to spearhead and beachhead this whole operation? These lot we got.
Yep.
They're the ambassadors of all of this.
They don't own. We spoke about Younes. We're going to go in more detail, but
yeah,
a lot of the other club owners, majority of their assets are with the club.
Yeah.
Not our lot.
Our lot's not.
Nope. They can let it sink. It don't bother them.
On a surface level, on a surface level.
Go on.
Because there's going to be more detail that comes. Just
be
patient. It's on its way, right?
Yeah.
But on a surface level, when the Glazers own United, for example, the Kroenkes own Arsenal, or even FSG to an extent, right? It's them that are owning that football club, as in person. With our lot, mate, we're run by institutions. It's a whole different ballgame.
And these institutions, the reason why they got in is because they have forecasted the Premier League's revenue in the next 10 years to be astronomical. That's the only reason.
What did Ekbali say on his that conference? He said they want to translate the money generated from NFL, which is tenfold of what the Premier League is, and apply it to the Premier League, because it's all about generating money, washing money, bro. That's what it's all about. It's not about the game of football.
It's not about that. It hasn't never been for them ever.
So this is what I'm trying to say is this is not just about saving Chelsea. This is on a larger scale of saving football as a whole, because it's not just going to stop in the Premier League. They're going to go Europe.
Yeah, it's everywhere.
It's everywhere.
This is why we're saying, Johnny, it's a This consortium is just a small part of their overall big consortium. And that overall bigger consortium, people, like I said again, is when all them American owners start to come together and form a conglomerate. And then now they're going to monopolize how the Premier League is run. And you see, when you've got that kind of power, they can now turn around to the FA, especially if they unify their decisions and they unify everything that they say. They can fight against the Premier League. And to be honest with you, they may not have elected. Yeah, exactly. They might not have much.
No relegation, all this bollocks, Super League.
Yeah,
play in different continents. Make supporters pay more money.
Champions League. You listen to how stupid this is. UEFA European Champions League finals in the States.
Yeah.
Premier League games in the States.
Yeah.
It's the All Stars in the Premier League. Yeah. Fuck off, Bowley, with your pyramid. Yeah. Fuck off, Ed Barley, with your beachhead streamline, monetize content. And fuck off, Feliciano, saying it's more important to build business value than win or lose on the field. Why don't you fuck off? How about that? Because you think we're just going to sit here, right? The more I hear this shit, I get more and more rattled. I get more and more pissed off with the amount of Chelsea so-called supporters and these blue ticks and these platforms that don't say it for what it is. It winds me up even more when you've all got a voice and platform. The majority of these Twitter accounts, the majority of these actual match-going diehard supporters don't have a voice. If they write it on Twitter, no one's going to listen. No one's going to interact.
Yeah.
So they think, oh, what's the point? I can't do anything. No, this is a collective thing. Now the Chelsea Supporters Trust has got to grow some bollocks, land the minerals, and say, fuck you, Bowley and Vivid Seats. We're not accepting it. It's illegal. It's against our membership scheme. It's against our customers, and it's exploiting our loyalty. All right? End of story. I don't want to hear the press say, Bowley, we need an apology. Fuck your apologies. No apologies, bro. No apologies. Means fuck all. Words, we've heard it all. PR, oh, we're going to go in the market. We're going to go and look for a striker and a winger. Fuck off. We've heard it for 6 transfer windows. I'm not interested. The brand ropes are run out. But let's have it right. It's time now for everyone to unite and get these cancer of football out of football. Cut the cancer of football out. It is a cancer.
100%.
And if you allow this cancer, which we just discovered, going to A&E because we slipped and fell and broke our legs, yeah? Because we were so far in the mud. We had a scam, didn't we, Younes? And we found Vivid Seats. And then it rolls on.
It rolls on.
It's a snowball.
There's
So,
more.
We need to, there's plenty more to dig up, and we're going to dig it, bruv. Yeah, because journalists don't do their job. They're frauds. They're bought. They're owned.
They're scared.
They're scared.
Yep.
The owners are scared. They're scared of one thing, a protest. A big protest, not some wishy-washy protest. A big protest, a demonstration. No rioting, no breaking in, none of that vandalism. Not like that. Raw vocal, bruv. Because you've been zipping up everyone that has a voice for too long to allow you to implement this fraudulent moneyball model that is destroying our football club, has destroyed it already, past tense, and is destroying football as a whole. And it's like an octopus, and it's a cancer, bruv. And before the cancer grows, you can cut it out, can't you? Yeah. So let's stop it from growing. And let's all unite, all platforms, all blue ticks, different clubs. Let's unite. And I'm happy to go at the Snake's Head in Bowley and Clear Lake, because I want them out of this football club. They got Saudi money. Go and give me a Saudi royalty prince, bruv.
100%.
King. Go and give us someone that actually wants to win. Look at like the Man City owners. Give us someone like that actually cares about the game.
Bring back
the Premier League, fuck the FA, fuck the UK government, fuck the brown envelopes, fuck the media, and fuck these owners. It's as simple as that.
Simple. Bring back Roman as well. Obviously,
United we stand, divided we fall.
Obviously, that's a political discussion with Roman and all that. But listen, yeah, bring him back. Snatched his baby away from him like that, man. Nah, bring him back.
And it stemmed from Mikel. Remember when Mikel said Roman's not happy? Roman's not happy.
Yeah.
Close sources to Roman said to Mikel, he's not happy.
Of course he is. But look at what Roman did for the club. How much of his life that he dedicated to Chelsea, not even caring about making a penny from the club. His heart must be broken right now watching this happen. And on top of that, it was wrestled off him. Joking. And then on top of that, hold on, Johnny. And then on top of that, right? Before they bought the club, they barefaced lied to us. What did they say to us? We are going to buy the elite young talent in Europe, and we are going to build a successful team. Todd Bowley in an interview said, the most important factor of any football club is a fan, and we are going to work closely with the fans so they do not feel disillusioned after this takeover. That's exactly what he said. And guess what they've done? The completely opposite. Yeah. You sold our gems, right? You sold our top players, making us think you was going to reinvest it into improvements. But what you did is that you put that money into that youth project. And now as a result, we are suffering on the pitch. We're soon to be suffering financially as well. And it is completely on your head. Everything you said, this is why I hold you so accountable. Every single one of you. Everything that you said before you bought the club was right. It was everything was correct in terms of how you was going to do the approach. But now we know, right? The 2.5 billion or whatever the Chelsea was valued was way undervalued. And you knew you was going to say anything to get such an undervalued asset under your belt.
Feliciano said it.
No, because they know, regardless of how we run the club or whatever happens, when it's time to sell, we are guaranteed to make profit. That's why they said what they said.
And you go, ooh. I make a move, bring him in, bring him out, bring him in, bring him out, right? That's what's going on in the first team. But the one thing that backs what you're saying about how everything is calculative and tactful and premeditated is, if you all remember when they first took over, all right, not only did they broadcast and tell everyone what they were going to do, all right, after they got the club, then they started doing their little conferences. Go and do your research, go and listen to what they say, these wrong'uns, yeah? But what was the first thing they did? All right. And it was calculative. I was exposing it, but it actually makes sense even more so now. They didn't want a sporting director. They played sporting director because they needed to spend that 1.5 billion as quickly as possible. Because once they spend that 1 billion mark, they can go and take all the real estate. They can actually extract assets from the club without spending that money. They can't do it, which is why we went and spent in less than fucking 2 transfer windows, 635 million. And then the next one, it went up and up and up. And before you know it, PSR blame Roman on PSR when Roman left us 1.5 billion debt free.
That's why they snitched.
And that's why they snitched on Roman. But there was nothing to snitch. There's nothing to snitch because they own the press.
But this is where they still won, right? Because what they wanted was the public perception of Roman, so they can look like the white knight on the horse coming in to save the day.
And who backs it?
That story.
Who backs that narrative? The UK government.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because they're complicit. This is the best owner any football club has ever had in Europe. Ever.
In the world.
In the world, ever. And other fans will tell you the same thing. This is not just coming from Chelsea fans. I've heard Arsenal fans say it. I've heard
envious. They were envious of us.
You had the best owner in football that started this whole, like, the levels. Listen, the levels have always been, but when Roman came and he set the level for what a top club should look like, because it was only Real Madrid that was doing it consistently. He was the one that came to the Premier League and said, "Nah, you see that Real Madrid thing over there? Yeah, this league has got too much potential. We can do it here. And I'm going to build something elite, and I'm going to show the rest of them that it can be done." Never forget what Roman not just done for Chelsea, what he done for England too.
And Roman was the reason PSR was introduced.
Yeah, because they couldn't take it anymore. They couldn't hack it because this is the thing. The man loved the club so much. He was like, "How much for this guy? All right, cool. I'm going to pay it anyway. What is world-class, top quality? Bring him to the club, man." That's what he was. What we're finishing second, we're finishing third. What do we need to do to go and win the league? First of all, manager, you need to get out of here. Yeah, who's the top striker? Go and get him. Who's the top midfielder? Go and get him. If you were not top 5 in your position in the world at one point for Roman Abramovich, you can't even knock on Chelsea's door.
Exactly.
You can't knock on. You can't talk to Chelsea. Come on, man.
Yep.
And they expect us, Younes. Sorry, they expect us to forget this, bruv. We're never going to forget this. This is in our blood. This is our legacy. This is in our blood. We'll never forget success, and we're always going to want success.
And what's the one thing football is? It's escapism. It's a love. It's a joy. It's meant to be a joy. This is run to depress everyone. To you know,
lads, do they forget? You see this whole Premier League that we're seeing. This $1 billion industry. Who really built it? It was us. Working class people. We built football. We put the meaning into football. We put the meaning into fan support. We made this $1 billion industry what it is, because without our money, they would be nothing.
Without us at all. Like I always said it before you landed, Younes. I've always said it. We are the landlords, not these lot. These lot are tenants.
They're custodians.
Yep. And we need to cut their tenancy, bruv. You understand me? It's time to go. It's time to go. Let's have it right.